Well, this is it. The channel is coming to an end. This is not clickbait. For the people who've watched me regularly, when I say stuff in a thumbnail, I mean it. The Twitter ban is a good example, the unlawful one at that. But before I do this, I need to explain what happened in great detail. There are going to be errors, and I will correct myself as I go. So please bear with me. Right, here's what happened. The timeline of what happened. A week before the 20th of July 2025, I had veins pop up all over my body, and since it was during a heat wave, I thought it was nothing, which is normal. The 20th of July at 3 a.m., I suffered my first virus-induced heart attack. I grinned and egged it on, saying, "All right, show me what you got," because that's who I am. I am crazy, but whatever. Called an ambulance, but they said it was POTS, which is a load of crap because it does not turn on at like a flick of a light switch. And they left. And around the 25th or the 26th of July, I suffered the second virus-induced heart attack. An ambulance was called, and they repeated the same damn thing and left. On the 4th of August, I suffered my third and final virus-induced heart attack, which made me collapse, and they did the bare minimum and sent me home. But the ambulance people were great. They went white when they saw my heart readings. I can still remember the readings. My heart rate while sitting was 120 beats per minute, and when I stood up, it went to 150, and I had palpitations dropping them down to 80, which is not good. And my left arm was completely numb. Excuse me. A week later, the virus fatigue struck, and it was worse than the virus itself. An ambulance was called twice, but they did the bare minimum and sent me home again. Pain lasted for 4 weeks, and it was the worst pain I ever experienced. Every muscle all over my torso was in the worst pain I've ever felt. After the 4 weeks of virus fatigue, there was 2 weeks of getting better, but I knew this was just the eye of the storm. And after the 2 weeks of calm, my heart started to fail. I do suspect it's heart failure, and it's gotten worse ever since. And my heart has tried to stop 3 times during this period, twice in this month alone. My family member called an ambulance, but they didn't do nothing. They didn't do anything again, and my decline is only getting worse. And over the past week, I've started getting sharp pains appearing in my chest randomly at random times. My current symptoms. Oh, and another thing is, during my 3 heart attacks, I never passed out. The first one was really close, but I refused because I am strong-willed and I do not want to show weakness. That's just who I am. I was very close during the first one though. But when I collapsed, I could not physically walk, and by the end of the third heart attack, I could barely walk at all. Now, my current ongoing symptoms as follows. Since this whole ordeal began on the 20th of July, my left arm has been numb and had a dull ache this entire time, and it's not working properly. And my left leg goes funny at random times too. I have a constant crushing feeling in my chest. Now, since the start of this week, I've had sharp pains appear on my chest randomly. And during my heart attacks and the heart virus, I had veins pop up all over my body constantly. But now they pop up all over my body and go back to normal randomly, but that my arms feel like the blood flow has been restricted. My vision gets oversensitive to the light, and I get lightheaded constantly at the same time. I'm getting weaker all the time. My breathing is all over the place. It's okay-ish at the moment, but I'm usually gasping for air. I have a erratic, irregular heartbeat. For example, a normal heartbeat is, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, the one I've put up on the screen. It's just think of it as duh, 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 duh. Mine's like in one sometimes like 1, 2, 3, 4, which will be in this case duh, 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 duh. Or other times it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, like duh, 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 duh. Or even 1, 2, 3, 4, which in my case it would be like duh, 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 duh. And it's like I said before, it's tried to stop 3 times, twice in this month alone. And when it happened those 3 times, my whole body went numbed and tingled, and my vision went overly sensitive, and I felt like I was gonna pass out. My sleeping is all over the place. I'm always tired, and when I stand and walk, I wobble and stumble, and I feel heavy all the time. I've lost 80% of my energy and strength. I'm barely eating now, and ever since suspected heart failure has started, I've had a light cough, but it's been getting worse over time. And when I cough hard, I get a sharp pain in my chest. Also, I'm zoning out randomly, and one time I even forgot where the hell I was. I was in a supermarket, Sainsbury's. For the people who watch abroad, Sainsbury's is a UK supermarket, and I forgot where the hell I was. I couldn't remember if I was in Sainsbury's or Asda, and that's caused by a lack of oxygen in the brain. So, yeah. So, what does this mean for the channel? Uh, I never thought it would happen this quickly. I really didn't. I didn't want to do this in the first place, but at this point, putting it bluntly, I can no longer continue this channel. So effective from the 16th of November 2025, the Twitch channel and the YouTube channel will end. They will not be taken down. They will stay for as long as the platform exists, or when they decide to remove them. I apologize, it says Twitter. I always type them and get them mixed up, so just think Twitter as Twitch. I can't be bothered to redo this whole sentence, so please bear with me. I know I had to do it. I don't want to, but when you go through this and get ignored and belittled by the so-called health professionals, and your instincts have been right this entire time, who are you going to trust? The so-called health professionals or your own instincts? During this entire incident, when I figured out it was a heart virus, I, excuse me, my instincts predicted that this was only going to get worse. It predicted the virus fatigue and it was going to be worse than the virus itself. That was true. My instincts told me when this virus fatigue goes, it the calm, the eye of the storm, the 2 week period, the eye of the storm period, like I said before, was just the beginning of what's to come. And after the 2 week period, my instincts predicted that I would suffer from heart failure, and I everything seems to match up with my um assessment and My instincts is an assessment. But like I said before, who would you trust? The so-called health professionals which belittled you and told you it was nothing, or your own instincts which have been right this entire time? I do not need to ask this because I know most of you would trust your instincts at this point, like what I'm doing now. But I do want to say this. Thank you so much for your support. It kept me going and it made me who I am today. I love you all. I'm who I am now, like I said, because of all of you, and I will never forget you all. But if I get better, which is probably less than a 5% chance, then I will return. But if I don't, then obviously it means, well, I've passed away, and that my instincts was right. So I can gloat that I was right to the health professionals, so-called health professionals, because I proved them wrong. So for one final time, thank you so much for watching, and farewell.